Yo, 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 yo. Did I just make my own intro? Like, what was that about? Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jarrell, better known as Life Coach Jarrell, and you guys are tuning in to, I'm going to just say this, the greatest podcast in the land. I'm going to put myself out there, right? Speak those things into existence, right? So, yes, you are listening to Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell. If you follow the podcast, support the podcast, share the podcast, you are one of our evolvers. So, yes, if you are subscribed to the podcast or you follow me or you share my stuff out, or like I say, you just take the time out of the day to just listen to me, you are one of my evolvers and I appreciate you. I appreciate the people who appreciate me because therefore I can go forth and appreciate thee. I don't know what is going on with me today, but it needs to stop. Why am I acting like I'm in the writing room with Timberland and Magoo? What is going on? I'm over here like a fake ass music producer. What is the problem, sir? Ah man, I'm just having a good time, having a good day. But you know what? That's a beautiful thing, right? Having fun and having a good day. So I want to start this podcast off once again by thanking everyone who supports this project. And if you've started to listen to the project from the first episode all the way until now, you know that I am in this era of my life that I have entitled Off the Grid. So, Off the Grid basically starts with me taking a trip to Bali this year, which was my dream vacation. Absolutely amazing. Please go back and check those episodes out. I have some back episodes of some extra, like, in the pocket podcast that I filmed while I was in Bali. So I have those, and if y'all like want those episodes or like y'all are like, I'm good, like reach out to me and let me know, man. My email address is always open, JARELL2003 at yahoo.com. And just in the subject line, just put evolving with life coach Jarrell, right? But yeah, if y'all want some more of those Bali footages or behind the scenes segments, I'll say that. Um, let me know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm in this era of my life called off the grid, where I am off the grid to a lot of people and a lot of things. One thing for one, social media, like just it's too much. Only thing social media wise that I have is basically like my Google and YouTube. And I guess you could say Facebook Messenger, but I don't have traffic coming through my Facebook like that. So half of the time, if I do get a notification about a message in my Messenger, it's basically spam. So I guess, yeah, just YouTube. But I just had to pull myself away from people and the world of everything that's going on because I promise every time you log on social media, it's someone doing something great for the world, and then it's someone trying to destroy whatever good is done to the world. And then you have people who are finally being recognized for their gifts and their talents. And then you have people over here who are doing the absolute most just to be seen. And I like to call them attention whores. But yeah, they are doing any and everything, looking goofy, looking silly, putting themselves in danger just to be seen. And it just becomes too much. If I just sounded judgy, I don't give a damn because that's how I feel. That is how I feel, and looking and seeing that every day, all throughout the day, before you go to bed, when you wake up, it's like social media just becomes too much at times. And who was I talking to? I think it may have been me and my friend Lunny. Shout out to Lunny. Uh, no, I think it was me and Tania. Was it Tania? Tania. Yeah, I think it was Tania. I think we were because both of us are off of social media right now. And I was like, I don't even miss it. And she was like, I forgot I even had social media. She was like, it feels good not to have to worry about stuff, see stuff, XYZ, woo, woo this, woo, woo that. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So for me, I'm like, this is what, August or May, June, July. So I've been off of social media for like 3 months. That's pretty good. Um, I remember December of 23. Yeah, 23 going into 24. If y'all don't know, go back and listen to the old episodes, but I love fall, I love winter. I remember when I was on Twitter and then Twitter became X. And I used to host this spot on Twitter. Shout out to the Tea Time Tuesday crew. If y'all are out there and y'all listening, shout out Tuesday Tea Time. I miss all of y'all. Like, we used to have a good time on Twitter. Basically, Tuesday Tea Time was a space that I held on Twitter. It was a live event. I served as the host, as the life coach as well. So, everybody from around the world could like jump in a room and listen to what we were talking about. And it was all about topics would be about uh, mother issues, daddy issues, attention. Why do we need it? Why do we feel we need it? It would be about music. It would be about love and relationships. Do you trust your heart versus your head? And man, we cultivated as a group and formed a family that came together every Tuesday. I think our time was like 7 or 8 o'clock, but we would all come together as a family on Tuesdays as brothers and sisters, uncles, aunties, nephew. Like it like didn't matter if you were gay, straight, whatever. Like if you came more than once, really on your if you were someone new with Tuesday tea time, and we were like, they'd be like, well, this is my first time here. I'm just coming to see what the space is about. Someone told me to come, and so I'm here. And like, I would instantly be like, hey, let's go ahead and throw that person some love, throwing some hearts on the screen. Like, we could communicate and go back and forth. Like, it was so dope. And yeah, we had some crazies that would come in there from time to time, but we were so strong of a family on social media that our positive energy as one, it just pushed that person out of the conversation. But shout out to B, shout out to Nicholas, Tony Childs, Wade, shout out to Shayla, shout out to Eddie, RSJ, Twin. God, man, we just had so many good people. It's Tuesday tea time, but man, we had plans to actually all meet up, go on trips. But anyway, I done got off topic. But anyway, with Tuesday tea time, Twitter just started to get really, really vicious. And let's be clear, Twitter has always been vicious. Twitter has always been a problem. But Twitter has always been that girl. Like, if you needed some shit, you needed to catch somebody up, you needed to be caught up on like some messy ish, or to just get a good key, a good laugh, or that other thing that you may need. We all grown over here. We know what you can find on Twitter and X. The letter X says enough, okay? X ends, X is the letter, the last letter of the 3-letter word that us grown people have. Think about it. X. Who was that had a song about it? Who was that? Was that Jeremiah? Maybe it was Jeremiah. There are so many artists, music artists that came out in the 2000s sometimes that I'm like, is that who I think it is? And I'm like, wait a minute, was it Pleasure P? And I was like, no, it wasn't Pleasure P. I think it was Girl I Want. No, that's R. Kelly. Wine for me. Wait a minute, what's up? Wait a minute. Yeah, that is a song. Yeah, okay. Anyway, back to where I was. Twitter just became really, really mean and more vicious than it was. And I started to just see an energy of people, conversations where people would wake up daily to like attack people, gain followers, engage in nice conversations just to break them up. It was just this whole like everybody started to feel like they ran Twitter. Like they became a bunch of mean girls and angry men. And I was like, I don't think that Twitter is meant for this. And it's killing the vibe. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. So at the end of the year of December 31st, I removed myself from Twitter. No, no, no. I did a social media break and I think I was gone for about 6 or 7 months. And when I came back, I didn't even have the energy to do Tuesday tea time anymore. It's just something that I was like, you know what? I'm good. Um, I wished everybody the best. There are times where I think about like doing a Tuesday tea time reunion, like reaching out to my Twitter people some type of way. I like maybe us doing like a whole face call. Like maybe if we could get together and just chit chat and talk to one another and stuff like that. Like that would be like so dope because I met some really cool people. And shout out to Wade. Uh, y'all know my friend Wade. Wade done been on here already. Go back and listen to them episodes. Wade is the fashionista. Wade is the designer himself. Wade is he is. That's all I just say. When it comes to Wade, he is. That's that main name. He is. Period. But yeah, Wade and I have become really, really good friends, man. You know, he moved to Philly. Sometimes he flies out here to Charlotte, and man, when he's in town, I'm like, hey, let's get together. And we go out, we eat, we drink, we have a good time, and we create a vibe and create a memory. So shout out to Wade out there. So yeah. But hopefully you guys are enjoying this space of being off the grid with me. So this is my time to discover myself. This is my time to question a lot of things about life and myself and people. This is a time in my life where I cannot have negative vibes or negative people or people that come with negative people vibes or baggage. Like right now where I'm at, I can't have that in my life. Um, and I think the reality of it is where I kind of started to feel like it was starting to come in my life. Um, I'm one of those people like, yes, things have happened to me in my life, right? But for me, and this is just for me, I can't sit up here and say I've had it hard growing up. I've had things that I've had to battle with, right? That were hard for me. But sometimes when I look at my growth over the years and certain mistakes I've made and mistakes where I was like, okay, I learned that one time, I'll never do that again, right? Versus those mistakes where it's like, okay, I can do it again. But I think the way I went about doing it is why it didn't work out. And then I do it again and it still doesn't work. And then it's like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. So it's like certain mistakes are like, oh, no, 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 got it one and done. And then certain mistakes are us in our lives basically being like, okay, I know it's wrong, but it gotta be some way for me to fix it or some type of way for me to get that because it shouldn't be this hard. So we get to that place or that era in our life where we start to kind of, in a sense, spiral. I've been there a few times in life, but where I've been at least the last, I want to say since I turned maybe 20, no, I say, ooh, maybe since like, yeah, 25, because I'm 40 now. So yeah, that's going to be, let me make sure I do, yeah, 15 years, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, 25, 15. Yeah. Um, I've just really been no nonsense. Like I've never really allowed people and baggage and mess to be in my life. I've never hung around people that had a lot going on. Now there may have been times where maybe myself or my friends have maybe said or done something that kind of put us in a place like, mm, I don't know what you got going on. You moving funny? Have I been there? Yeah, like yeah. But even with jobs, there were times on jobs where I had moments where I was upset, issue, mad, felt targeted, felt unappreciated. But I always considered those things. Well, when I got older and looked at them, I was like, well, these were just areas of opportunity to show me new things. In the moment, I would be upset and mad and like, am I tripping? Why won't they see this? Da, 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 da. They think that's right, and I'm over here trying to da, 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 like I made all these excuses. I mean, and my excuses were valid, right? But I look at those situations now, and I'm like, oh, I gave that way too much energy. Oh, I was trying to fix, 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 and not realize that it was broke before I even got over here. Oh, so this really ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm doing more because I have a fear of. And a lot of that sometimes would be like my race, because the last before I the company before I worked for the company that I work for now was extremely good to me. Um, when I before I quit, they were extremely good to me. Gave me some good opportunities. Helped me to be um, a stronger life coach, and a senior trainer for my company. Like um, I always take areas of opportunities and stories and things in my life to be like, you know what? And that's something I want to encourage everybody. Sometimes you have to take time in your life to look at the stuff that you went through with people or situation, jobs, careers, family. Like right now, you're holding a grudge about what they did. But if you really just take a moment to look back, you kind of really just got to say, you know what? That was really an opportunity for my eyes as a 20, 30, or 40-year old, however you may have been, to see that people in my life and close to me are flawed, hurt, confused, and damaged. And in some type of capacity in your life, you were all of those things, or a few of them, or two here and one there, And so after a while, you have to look at people and be like, you know what? I could have stayed in that same cycle and probably been just like that person, if not worse. I just chose to do the work and to get better. So sometimes it's like holding grudges against people is very much so like, you know what? I can't even be mad at you because at the end of the day, you didn't want more for yourself. And I can't want more for you than you want for you. So what am I over here mad for? Like sometimes you really just got to take the time to just look at your issues with people and just be like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, I'm in this era of my life of being off the grid and I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying learning about myself and seeing how motivated I can be at spurts and moments, and how some moments I just don't have the energy to do anything. I feel like I'm about to go in hibernation. I went to the doctor. I want to say like last month, I think. Maybe last month. Yeah, because it was in July. And my doctor was like, "Well, hey, I got your test results back." She was like, "Everything looks good." She was like, "You're healthy." she was like, the only things that I really need for you to worry about are, she said, well, I'm already on high blood pressure medication, but she was like, that seems to be looking pretty good. Like nothing, it's not spiking or anything. She was like, but your cholesterol is high. And I was like, oh. And so I'm instantly like, yeah, bruh, you got to stop with the fried chicken and the fried catfish. You gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. But she was like, yeah, she was like, I'm gonna give you 3 months to get that number down. And she was like, when you come back and see me, if it's not down and it's up, then I'm gonna have to look at put you on cholesterol medication. She was like, but if I see that it's going down and what you're doing is working, then we'll go, another 3 months or whatever the case may be. I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, how has your energy been lately? And I was like, honestly, I was like, I am so tired. I was like, I'm tired all the time. I was like, I'll go to bed. I said, I'll admit, I go to bed like around about 11, 12 sometimes about 10. But any other time, like I go to bed and I wake up in the morning. Uh, every time I say that, I think about me and Tania when we be talking about Teresa Judice's daughter on Real Housewives. I wake up in the morning, so many things. Man, if you know, you know. I know Tania hollering right now. She probably said it right with me. Oh my God. Now I'm trying to think about where was I going. See, that's how my mind works. I got off track that quick. Okay, I know where I was. Boom. All right, so I was like, yeah. I was like, I be waking up. I said, I still be feeling tired. I said, throughout the day, all I want to do is just get on the couch and like just kind of like cocoon. I was like, it's kind of like saying I was on low power mode. I don't know if anybody has felt those things or is feeling those things. And she was like, have you been having any aches or pains? And I was like, honestly, for like 2 or 3 months, the back of my left knee felt like it had a strain on it. And I was like, I didn't do anything to it. And I was like, I mean, I sit at work, but I get up and walk around. And then I was like, and then sometimes like I'll wake up in the morning and my feet feel like I've been walking on gravel outside or something. I was like, I don't know. I was like, my feet are fine. And so she was like, okay, well, I got your report back. And she was like, your vitamin D is extremely low. She was like, do you work from home? I was like, yeah. She was like, how often do you go outside? I was like, I mean, if I'm going to go get some chicken or some fish. And she was like, see, that's where that cholesterol high. And I said, you in my business. Don't get in my business out there in that audience because you know I'm about it. If you know love and hip hop Atlanta, that's what Jessica Dime. Shout out Jessica Dime, Memphis, Tennessee. That's what Jessica Dime told the girl in the audience when that girl said she was sitting on stage with them rhinestones on. She said, yeah, sitting on them stage with the rhinestones on. And Jessica Dime said, I ain't got nan rhinestone. Just I ain't got nan rhinestone on. Don't get in my business out there in that audience. Because you know I'm about it. That was so funny to me. Um, I love to hear my Memphis people. I loved when we talk, when we get turned up, because it really be coming out. It just be so funny though. But yeah. Okay, so boom. She was like, yeah, your vitamin D is low, bro. And I was like, all right, bitch. I was like, what we gonna do? She was like, I'm gonna put you on these pills for vitamin D. And she was like, take them once a week. And she was like, that should kind of, in a sense, improve. And she was like, but you got to start getting out, getting some sunshine. And I was like, okay, bet. So I'm like, okay, a brother on blood pressure pills. They talking about putting a brother on cholesterol pills. And now I got to take a pill for some damn vitamin D. And I had sat there 1 minute and I was like, am I old? What's going, what the hell? I'm like Mr. Big. What the hell is going? What is the problem, sir? like, hey, had to catch myself. If y'all heard it, you almost came out. Woo! I be telling y'all, I am a nut. I think any of you all out there would love to hang out and kick it with me because I am a good time. But yeah, I was like, bro, what is you doing? Are you gonna have to get like them capsules that say Monday through Sunday? Like, what is going on? And I was like, is this my 40s? And I was like, oh my God, like, am I really getting old? And so I was like, oh my God, like, let me think about my environment. Let me think about what I got going on. Like, what's changed? And what happened was, I feel like I've just kind of been. Well, first let me say the vitamin D pills got a brother right. Like I started feeling a whole lot better. I have good spurts of energy, and I try to do a better job of going outside. Right, so working on that. We gonna pray on the fried chicken and things like that. But yeah, things are definitely changing with that, literally as we speak. So yeah, moving on. But it caused me to take looks back like over my life, right? And I'm like, dang, like I've really had some really good runs in my life of certain situations that I was put in, certain situations that I put myself in, certain situations that I shouldn't have been in. Like just looking at all of that over life and just seeing how I overcame each one of those things. Maybe not as fast as I should have or as clean as I should have, but I acknowledge them and I'm very, very thankful for them. And I had to look at like what I've done to my body. That's really deep right there. Like what I have done to my body for 40 years. I mean, well, we ain't gonna say the whole 40 because hell, my mom and dad had control of my damn body until I started making my own money. Shit, they held it hostage all this time. But I'll just say, yeah, I'll start at high school, right? I'm like, physically, what have I done to my body? Um, but I had to think about it. Like, a lot of people may know it, but when I was young, my dad started us out working early. Um, we started working like with my dad on Saturdays doing little side jobs. I was like 5. My brother had to be about 8. So we were cutting grass, building fences, building dog pens. We were going places to pour concrete. And I'm talking about concrete. Like we pouring people's driveways and patios and shit. Um, Digging ditches and like wow, like I'm just really sitting back thinking my daddy used to be outside. My daddy worked for Memphis Light Gas and Water in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to my daddy. Even though I know some of y'all in Memphis can't stand MLG&W, but shout out to MLG&W, right? You guys helped send me to college. Thanks. But yeah, I remember now my dad used to be getting off of work at 4 o'clock and he'll call us and he was like, y'all need to be ready to go at the house. So we had our own little workout pants and stuff and boots and stuff. We'll get in the car and we'll get to wherever we going probably by 5. And my daddy will be out there in the hot sun and we'll be with him and we'll be digging ditches, pulling up grass and filling up holes and measuring stuff. And we got and like still gotta go to school in the morning. My daddy would be out there in them people backyards with like lights so he could see getting as much done as he can. Like my daddy was my he still is though. My daddy was cold when it came down to pouring concrete and stuff. Look at me thinking about my daddy. Come on, growth. Um, but yeah, so it's like physically, like we were doing that from like 5 until like maybe 10 or 11. And then from 11 to 14, me and my brother had a lawn care service. And we had people in the neighborhood whose yard we used to cut, as well as like my grandma, my Aunt Betty Jean, Lord rest her soul. Love you, Aunt Betty Jean. We had missionary Cassie Jones. We used to cut her yard. We had Miss Betty across the street. I had Miss Matthews next door. I feel like we had one more person whose yard we used to cut. I'm pretty sure it was, but my Auntie Betty Jean had a huge backyard. And I know my grandma Maddie, shout out, hey grandma, love you. My grandma had a peach tree. I don't know if she still got it, but my grandma had a peach tree in the backyard. So I used to be like, can I get one of these peaches? She'd be like, yeah, they used to be good too. But she had a peach tree. But I used to hate missionary Cassie Jones' yard because she had a lot of frogs in her yard. And if y'all don't know it, I am terrified of frogs. I just like flinched. I hate frogs. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. And I used to cut the grass and see them hopping, and I would be terrified to run them more over them. So I would just be running and shit. And I tell my brother, like, I would ask because they always used to be in the backyard. And so I used to ask my brother, I'd be like, please let me cut the front yard. You get more of the money. I just don't want to go back there with all them frogs. And so my brothers, shout out to Ken. Ken would let me cut the front yard over missionary Cassie Jones' house. Until my daddy was caught on. He was like, no, you're going to push that more. You're not going to be pushing your responsibilities. And I was like, it's mine. So, yeah, that is a reason why I have a fear of frogs. And plus, they just gross and nasty. But anyway, so yeah, I did that work. So when I turned 15, I started working at Captain D's. That was my first like actual W-2 job, right? I worked at Captain D's from my 10th grade year in high school all the way up until when I came home freshman year, they let me come home and still work. So yeah, I worked from 10th grade all the way through my freshman holidays and the summer of my freshman year of college. So physically did that work. During that time as well, physically on my body, I marched high school marching band as well as college marching band for HBCU, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Marching Musical Machine of the Mid-South, better known as M4. And in high school, I marched for Sheffield High School, Memphis, Tennessee, home of the Knights, House of Thunder Marching Band. So if any of my band members, my Crab brothers, my Crab sisters are out there, or people I just had a good time with in all of those bands, shout out to you guys. Love you much. Hope you are doing well and prosperous. And oh, shout out to my best friend, Kamisha Ray. Kamisha and her husband are sending, they're aiding. Well, we're going to say aiding, right? And sending. But my goddaughter, Nyla, received a scholarship for Jackson State University, and she will be a trumpet player for the Sonic Boom of the South. So she didn't choose me in her mother's role of going to our alma mater, but Jackson State was actually my first choice for college. But she will be playing for the Sonic Boom of the South, one of the greatest bands in the land. Probably number one to me over the last 2 years. They've been whooping ass. But yeah, and my best friend sent me pictures of her dorm room yesterday and talk about times have changed for dorms and colleges. It looked like a little mini apartment in there. I was like, I know that's right. But shout out to Nyla, who is attending Jackson State University. All right. So back to my story. So also with the body with marching band, um, you're marching every day, not core style. We don't do heel rolls. We do knees to chest, feet pointed, marching at a 90, holding a horn, endurance, like standing, dance routines, sometimes marching for miles in parades on top of exercise, right, that we had to do as well. A bunch of sitting and standing and like I did all of that from high school all the way to college, right? So now we add in college. I also worked on a farm because my bachelor's is in animal science. I wanted to be a vet. So at one point in time, I worked on a farm. So I had to hop fences, work with pigs and baby pigs, aid with births of pigs, and mix feed and stuff up for animals, clean their little pens and stuff. On top of now working a part time job at Burger King. So if you've ever worked fast food and you know how it is when you work in the back, cleaning and scrubbing and making food and lifting trash and putting the truck up in the morning, you have all of that stuff that you're physically doing to your body on top of standing all day on your feet, on your knees, on your legs. Because in the restaurant industry, you are not sitting down anywhere. Let's be clear. Unless you sit down to catch a write up or to get your ass fired. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. But anyway, um, yeah, that was a lot of physical work, and I worked at the farm all the way until I graduated, and I graduated in 2008. I started working for Burger King in 2004, and I worked for Burger King all the way until 2011. So like 7 years of all of that on my body. And then from 2011 to 2017, I worked for this restaurant, U.S. Pizza Company. Shout out to U.S. Pizza. Shout out to Drew Weber. Shout out to Kelly and Lacey in the office. And shout out to Ashley Croft, the greatest, the strongest, the boldest area manager that I have, and the greatest area manager I've ever worked under, Miss Ashley Croft. Love me some Ashley. I think about y'all all the time, U.S. Pizza. Y'all put a lot of time and money into me, and I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, I worked as a manager and then moved on to become a general manager for U.S. Pizza Company in Little Rock, Arkansas. And in that job, there was a lot of standing, a lot of walking, checking tables, sometimes helping with boxes, um, helping to get the truck. It was just walking all day long. And then it's like those floors are solid concrete, right? So I did all of that physically on my body from once again 2018. No, I'm sorry, 2011 to 2017. I think I walked away from the restaurant industry in 17. Yep, it was actually September of 2017, sure was. So at that point of time, that's all of the work on top of, throughout those years going to the gym, doing, everything in my everyday life, right? That energy. But that's how much physical motion that a lot of us have put on our bodies for years. And it's like my body was working as a fully grown ass man starting at the age of 5 all the way until sometimes I feel like now. And I feel like I have put miles on my limbs. I don't know if that makes any sense. Uh, if it does make sense, The next time you see me, talk to me, or know me, just strike up a conversation about what I said about putting miles on your limbs. Okay? Miles on your limbs. So sometimes I feel like my body is trying to tell me that I am really tired and I need a break and I need some help. Most of all, I think I need rest because I feel like I have become so lazy. Like some moments I get up and do what I'm supposed to do, but other times I don't want to be bothered with nothing or nobody. Like, give me an episode of Face Off and some music, some food, and just like being left alone. I'm fine. But I don't know. I just feel like this moment right now of my Off the Grid series, I'm at a place of I just don't want to be bothered. Is that bad? Is that a bad thing? Does that make me a bad person? Or is it how I express it that would make me a bad person? And it's like, I'm just not interested in being around people like that right now. I don't have the energy to want to get to know somebody new. There's friendship, dating, whatever the case. I don't I don't think I have it right now. Don't mean that I won't have it. Not saying that it's gone anywhere. It's just like not right now. I'm good. Um, I'm at a place in my life where it's like I just cannot take much. I'm not fragile or anything. I'm not fickle. I think I've finally mastered what it means to know that, hey, if I don't want to deal with something, I dead ass don't have to deal with it. Right? That's this new era that I'm in versus the old era. It's like, well, I know if I don't want to go, if I don't want to do it, I know, I mean, I don't have to, but if I don't do it, I know what's going to come with that. And I don't want them to be saying that, okay, I did this for them, but then when it came to them and I didn't do it, then next thing you know, see, now that's the old way of thinking. Now I'm very much so like, I don't give a damn. Look, no, I'm good. Like, nope, don't want to go. For a long time, I used to be like, okay, I'll go just to appease people, but I'm at a place in my life, and it's not even about being selfish. I'm not going to go spend my money to go sit somewhere that I'm already telling you that I'm not going to enjoy. I'm not doing it for you, and I pray to God that you wouldn't do it for me. Keep it straight, keep it regular. If you're saying, hey, do you want to go to this raw sushi tasting and you know you prefer fried sushi versus raw sushi, don't say, well, I mean, I don't want to go, but I'll just go ahead and go. And maybe they may have something that I can eat and they may be able to like cook something a little bit longer. Like, and then you get there and it is exactly what you knew it was going to be. No grills, no fire, everything's raw. Like, there's nothing there for you to eat. You're hungry. Then on top of that, you're somewhere you don't want to be, right? Versus saying, hey, babe, or whoever invited you, I appreciate the offer, but I'm just going to be real. I have no interest in eating or going anywhere there where there's raw sushi. That's just not my thing. Thank you for the offer. Get somebody else to do it. I give you one better, not even having to go into detail about that. Just be like, hey, I appreciate it, but like, no, I'm gonna take a pass. Like, get into that place in your life where, no, I'm good. No, I'm good, but I appreciate you. Getting there and saying that and then just looking at them and they looking at it's like that P. Diddy give. Where that dude looking at him on stage and Diddy looking at him and he looking at Diddy, then Diddy looking back. Yeah, like what? Like I'm not like and I think that's where I am. I don't have the time and I'm not obligated to explain myself to you. See, this is a bunch of podcasts in one. Told y'all it's like the Off the Grid series. Yeah, I'm in a place in my life like I do not have the time to explain myself to you. If I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And then on top of that, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone, Shekinah. That was from Love and Hip Hop. That was Spice, y'all. One fight, two fight, three fight. But yeah, that was just a little episode of me just having one-on-one chill time talk with you guys on this beautiful self-care Sunday. It's August 3rd, by the way. So you all are getting this episode today. I am going to post it for you all to listen to. But once again, off the grid is not going to always be today's topic is or today's subject is. Sometimes these episodes would be for you when you've had a long day of work, right? And you have surround sound in your house, or you have a nice speaker or some nice headphones, and you can put me on and take anything that I'm talking to and apply to whatever in the damn hell that happened in your day that day or what's going on in your life. I'm an easy listen. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I am an easy listen. You don't have to be following along. Just plug me in, man. Just put me in, coach. Yeah, I'm an easy listen. But I hope that y'all had some fun today. And I hope y'all stop explaining yourself to people. I seen the lady, the little kid was in the store, and the little kid was like, "Can I have so and so, so and so?" And the mommy was like, "No, you can't have that. We're headed home." And the little girl was like, "Why?" And the mommy was like, "Because you have enough food at home. We're gonna go home and eat." And I turned around and I looked, and I was like, did that little ass girl really just question her? And more than anything, did the mother really sit there and give her an answer? That's why I don't want no kids. That's why I don't have any kids. I would have lost it if you don't get your man. No. So once again, y'all gotta stop answering people. Just say no, I'm good. I appreciate you, but no, I'm a pass. Oh man, that sounds real good, but no, I'm gonna have to go ahead and bow out this time, man. But if something else come up, run it by me and let's talk about it. Oh no, man, that ain't for me. Yeah. Or no ma'am. No ma'am. Uh-uh. Or get somebody else to do it. Nope. Yeah, it's a no for me. Yep, that's a yeah. That one still hit a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be a good old no. It's gonna be a hard pass. No God, not in this lifetime. Nah, man. Nah, man. Yeah, but man, y'all stop explaining yourself. But I hope y'all had a good time on today's podcast. But before I go, I want to give some shout outs to some very, very, very special people in my life. For starters, I want to start out with shout out to Miss Thelma Jean, which is going to be Tania's grandmother, who celebrated her 80th birthday party on yesterday. So shout out to Tania, my good best friend Tania, who lives here in Charlotte. She has some good stuff that's coming on the way, guys, and I'm also gonna be a part of it. So, you know, she asked me, she tapped me, she said, "Brother, I need you," and I said, "Sister, I'm here," right? So she has some good things coming up. But once again, shout out to Thelma Jean, and also shout out to her best friend Amber. Amber recently gave birth to a healthy king by the name of Banks. I like that. That sounds like money, huh? Banks. So shout out to those two people. I also want to give a shout out to my good friend Derek. Derek, I know you listened out there, man. I love you, brother. He and his wife welcomed a new baby boy by the name of Ellison Coltrane Fitzgerald. When I tell you that's a name, and with a name like that, you ain't got no choice but to be a musician. You got to also dress extremely clean now. But you also got to be a little bit hood because y'all know John Coltrane was a little rough. But shout out to Derek and his wife on a very, very, very healthy delivery of a boy. Ellison, you are now an evolver. You have no choice. We love you here, and everyone is sending you some love. And also, Derek has a very, very, very good website, guys. It's called juniorfitzgerald.com. And you guys can go there and order his book, I Need You, Bro, and I Got You. I need you, bro, and I got you. He has a book that is there. So please go out and support him. He is also a fellow life coach out there doing amazing things. And I believe he also has something new and fresh that's coming. So y'all make sure y'all go out there and support Derek. Once again, that website is Junior, JUNIOR, Fitzgerald, FITZGERALD.com. Check out the book, I Need You, Bro, and I Got You. And yeah, let's support. And the last person that I want to give the hugest shout out to is going to be my best friend. We talk every week, multiple times a week. We've seen each other grow, and we got some real deep love. I want to give a shout out to Kyzel Tenpenny, KYZLTENPENNY, Kyzel Tenpenny. My good friend just released his first book, and it is available on Amazon, and it is also in Barnes and Nobles, and it is called Daddy Daddy Son Son. And it's a moving story inspired by the enduring love between a father and son, written for children and families navigating the loss of a father figure, a role model. The book offers a gentle message of hope and resilience. Through heartfelt rhymes, a father reminds his son that his love, wisdom, and guidance will always remain, helping him face life's challenges with strength and determination. This inspiring story aims to provide comfort and a sense of connection to readers during life's most difficult moments. So, this is a young black brother, a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, also a graduate of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, cheer captain, Mr. Kyzel Tenpenny, here on Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell. We are proud of you, man. And once again, this book is going to be for kids or ages of someone who has lost a father, a role model or a father figure. And they may have bedtime stories, or that you may have a hard time explaining it to them. Daddy, Daddy, Son, Son is available on Amazon as well as on Barnes and Nobles. I have my physical copy here, and I make sure that I go through there. The illustration is beautiful. It's very black, it's very brown, but anyone of any color, any race can read this. I mean, these are some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures. And when I tell y'all, Kyzel, you are loved, you are a work of art, and I am forever proud of you, man. And I know your dad and your family members and friends are as well. All right. Well, y'all, I just gave y'all a 53-minute podcast, and I think y'all good for the rest of the year. No, no. But once again, I hope that you guys have an amazing self care Sunday. Do something for yourself, right? Light some candles, take a really nice hot steam shower, do that facial, use that good body oil, use that good body scrub, that good body wash, right? Drink some fresh squeezed juice, drink some water, put that lo-fi music on, have a glass of wine. Yeah, have a glass of wine. If you're someone who partakes in Mary Jane it up. I mean, there's no judgment here. Do your thing. Like, do you. And don't let nobody judge you either. If you want to order a large pizza and eat every last slice, that is your business. It is Self-Care Sunday. And if people say you want to go out, what I tell y'all to tell them? Yeah, it's a no for me. Just like that. And speaking of and just like that, I'm sorry I'm gonna spoil this really quick for anybody that watches and just like that. But two things, like, dang, like they are really leaving. Like, this is the last season. I kind of really liked it. Certain storylines, I was like, but I really liked the show. But anyway, secondly, Carrie and Aiden finally broke up. It's about damn time. I hated Aiden. Trash. Shout out to Carrie Bradshaw. And I did watch yesterday's episode or Friday's episode. And Carrie, I think you got it right this time. I think you got it right this time, Carrie. We're all rooting for you. Yeah. Did anybody else think that Brady was gonna tell Miranda that he got Lily pregnant? We need like a little mini and just like that chat, a friend group. I wish we could all get together sometimes and do like live reviews of shows and have a good time and drink. That would be so dope. Anyway. My mind is always thinking about what can I produce. I swear to God, like it be. Well, now let me not say that. Had my ass in jail. I was about to say I'm like a baby Tyler Perry, and I was like, he got some head losses. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good day, man, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.